In the early hours of April 30, 1943, a British submarine surfaced quietly off the southern coast of Spain. The crew wrestled a heavy metal canister up to the deck, pried it open, and slid a body into the turbulent waters. The vessel was the HMS Seraph. Before releasing the corpse, the commanding officer gathered his men in the dark to read the 39th Psalm. British intelligence officers were weaponizing this single anonymous body, relying on a dead man to deceive the entire Nazi high command. The success of the upcoming Allied invasion of Europe and the lives of tens of thousands of soldiers now hinged entirely on this floating deception. To understand why the British resorted to this macabre tactic, we have to look at the strategic situation in 1943. With North Africa secured, the Allies turned to breaching continental Europe through its Mediterranean coast. Sicily was the most logical and unavoidable target for an invasion. For the Allied fleet, it was a geographical choke point. For the soldiers, its predictability made it a potential death trap. Winston Churchill was terrified that the target was too obvious. He famously remarked that everyone but a bloody fool would know that it's Sicily, while Hitler moved to fortify the island with massive defenses. The British sought an escape in the Trout Memo, an intelligence doctrine co-authored by Ian Fleming. Fleming compared military deception to fly fishing and suggested that a corpse, if discovered by the enemy, could be used to plant fake dispatches. To prevent a bloodbath, the British had to engineer a lie so compelling that Hitler would ignore the map and move his defenses elsewhere. The team needed a body that would pass a Spanish autopsy. Specifically, they required a victim with fluid in the lungs, mimicking the appearance of someone who had drowned after an air crash at sea. They found a candidate in Glyndwr Michael, a homeless Welshman who died in London after eating bread crusts smeared with rat poison. The phosphorus in the poison caused a slow death that filled his lungs with fluid, providing the exact medical profile required for the ruse. The intelligence team transformed Michael into acting Major Martin, building a human history using pocket litter, a photograph of a fiancé, 2 love letters, and an overdue bank notice. The real payload was a casually written, unofficial letter placed in Martin's briefcase. It identified Greece and Sardinia as the true targets of the Allied invasion, explicitly dismissing Sicily as a mere feint. They also set an analog trap. A single black eyelash was tucked inside the envelope. If Spanish or German agents opened the letter, the eyelash would fall out, providing the British with proof that the bait had been handled. The team engineered a verifiable human identity from scratch, using pocket litter to sell a lie that could reorient the German army. After the submarine release, the body washed ashore in Huelva, Spain. The location was chosen because of its high concentration of agents for the Abwehr, the German military intelligence organization. The plot almost failed when pro-Allied Spanish officials recovered the body and tried to return the briefcase unread. If the documents weren't intercepted by the Germans, the entire operation would be for nothing. The British responded with a series of frantic, breakable cables, demanding the return of the sensitive briefcase. This diplomatic pressure goaded the Spanish into letting German agents secretly photograph the documents before returning the originals. When the briefcase eventually reached London, forensic tests confirmed the black eyelash was gone. The paper had been rolled and dried, proving the Germans had seen the bait. After months of planning, the British finally had proof that Major Martin had reached his audience. Triumph was confirmed at Bletchley Park, the central hub for British signals intelligence. Decrypts showed that the German High Command had swallowed the ruse hook, line, and sinker. Hitler fell for the trap. He overruled his own generals and ordered a massive diversion of resources to defend the Balkans, believing the threat to Sicily was a distraction. The shift was significant. Panzer divisions, German armored tank units, moved from France to Greece, while torpedo boats were pulled away from the Sicilian coast to guard the Balkans. When the Allies launched Operation Husky, they found the island's defenses severely depleted. The invasion succeeded in just 38 days, with a fraction of the casualties planners had predicted. Operation Mincemeat shifted the Axis defensive strategy, ensuring the Allies a foothold in Europe that the Germans had left virtually unguarded. At the center of this intelligence triumph was Glyndwr Michael, a man who had died invisible and friendless on the streets of London. He is buried in Huelva, Spain, under a gravestone that now displays his true name alongside his fictional military rank. In death, Michael became a silent participant in the war, carrying a secret that forced the Nazi high command to abandon Sicily's defenses.